This here is my trommel. Who doesn't know? It's just some wire mesh square, 1/4 inch I believe, just folded into a cylinder. And I got some huge PVC pipe, I think 5 inch or something, I think 5 inch. So I cut two pieces of it, one skinnier, one bigger. The one at the front, serves two purposes. One is to support the mesh. The mesh is that stuff in the tube, caulking, silicon to that piece there, and at the back the same silicon. The front piece sits on the two wheels on there, and the back one is not really necessary, but I put it there anyway. And then I cut a piece of whatever I used. I used a piece of perspex. I cut a nice big circle, put it in there, and I used 4 screws to fasten it from rotating, and that worked pretty well. And then a hole right in the guts to go on my motor. So that's the original. Who can see this grass? I don't know how this GoPro, that grass, anyway, plant matter builds up there. Like if you're doing tailings or something, or dirt with grass roots and shit. I thought, could be this mesh what's the trommel action, but the mesh maybe. So I got this stuff here. Punch plate. The holes are 3/16, 4.5 mil for the mill people. They're very close together, the holes, so it's probably 60% air and only 40% not air. The ratio is 60 to 40, 60 air to 40 metal. Who knows what I'm talking about knows what I'm talking about. So I had a piece of that laying around. I picked it up at one stage. Cut a piece. Here's the new trommel. Well, here's the other trommel. If it's shit, I piss it off and go back to the original. So I rolled it up into a cylinder. It's slightly bigger in diameter, maybe 6 inches this time. Had to modify the hopper a little bit to accommodate it, but anyway, so that's slightly bigger. I rolled it up into a cylinder, again similar that I've done with the wire mesh. The front has to have some sort of a, I could have ran it on the wheels, but I don't want rocks falling through the holes onto the wheels. So I put this ring around. I couldn't use the 5-inch PVC pipe because this is now 6 inch. So I got a bucket, plastic yogurt bucket. I think it's whatever it is. The Indian people eat it, and because the bucket is a taper, there's a certain section there, whether it's down there or up the top, that fits perfectly. Anyway, I cut it, kept cutting it until it got a really nice tight press fit, and then I tap. The arse end is this time I got some more wire of that of the PVC and the mesh. No, forget what it's called, punch plate. I got the punch plate, cut it perfectly into a circle. I suppose you get a piece of paper, make a nice perfect circle there exact, and then you cut it to follow that paper, and then grind it and this and that. And this is a tight fit. I made it slightly too small, slightly too big, so it's a tight fit, and push in and this and that, and a hole right in the guts. If you're going to do something like this, the hole has to be right in the guts, otherwise it will be wobbling if it's not in the middle. Mine is pretty much in the middle. Okay, so that's that. I use a bit of spacers to keep it away from the back wall of the hopper. So I put I need 4 washers. Then comes my trommel. And then a washer, a spring washer, and a nut. This must be very tight. I had someone suggested I use a wing nut there, and I thought it was a brilliant idea, and then I found out that I cannot do that because I got arthritis in my thumbs, and I just haven't got the power to I've misplaced something. I haven't got the power to tighten the wing nut. So, oh, there it is. So I hurt myself, and it's still not tight enough, and then it slips. So I've just stuck with the I need to tighten. I'll put that on. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I've done. I've also I purchased a vehicle. Today is Friday. On Tuesday I'll take it into the roadworthy man to see how much nonsense I've got to go through to get it registered. So I don't know if I'll be out. I don't have any material to test this grass business. I have some material, but there's no grass in it. Maybe I can chuck grass in it, can I? Of course I can. Maybe I will, just to see how it behaves. I might come back with a demonstration of feeding it with that material and some sort of grass and shit in there. I'll put bulk grass and see what happens. So I'll be back then. Over. Something I forgot to show. I can't weld. I don't know how to weld. I have a welder. I can't weld. Especially this is thin. I'll probably burn it. I didn't want to destroy the mesh. It's the only mesh I've got. So the way where I've folded it over into a cylinder, instead of welding it or even tack welding it in a few places, this end here is kept nicely by the plastic, but up this end, what I've done, I've got a piece of this I keep forgetting what it's called, punch plate. I've got a piece like that, something like that. That piece there, I cut a piece and put it over that piece over the top where the joint where they meet, and put some huge aluminium pop rivets through and squished it. So yeah, so there's one there with 2 rivets and one down this end with 2 rivets. Here I didn't put the rivets. I didn't want, because they're going to bump onto my wheels anyway. So, but I found it Even without this plastic, it was fairly not bad. But with the plastic, it keeps it in place. So I just thought I'd show that, and I'll be back with the feeding. Over. I've put a crazy stupid amount of grass in here. Like, this is a stupid experiment because the material that's going to go in there is going to go through a 1-inch sieve, 1-inch bucket sieve. So I just do a handful of this just to see what it does. No, I'm not. I'm gonna run that through a 1-inch sieve. I turn this off. It's stupid. I'm not going to be. I'll be back. I'll be back. No, I nearly fell over. Idiot. Look, this is what I'm going to do. Get my 1-inch sieve. I can show what I'm doing. So I get a bucket sieve. I got rainwater here. A lot of rain lately. Oh. A bit more water from here. Okay, plenty. Earwigs. So that goes there. Put this here. I don't have to show this. Why am I showing this? If you don't want to watch this part, which is nonsense, just push fast forward there. Anyway, up with this. Oh. Trouble is, I do this and then I got no grass enough to make it 1 inch grass. To break it to 1 inch pieces, otherwise they don't fit in there. I'll put that there. I've got no grass getting through. I put a little bit in there, not a stupid amount. I put it. That's it. Now this water, dip it out. Oi. Okay. And this, some water from there. A little bit more. What I'll do, I take this grass next to my trommel. If there's not enough plant matter, I can chuck some of this big stuff in. I don't think I've got any grass. That was a stupid. Anyway, the water spinner. I'll chuck some grass in. What happens if I chuck some grass? Oi, what's that noise? A little bit egg-shaped, I think. The grass coming out. big pieces. Oh, that's good. Let's try a bit more grass. When I do the tailings, that'll be the test. Yeah, the grass came out. Anyway, I'll finish off feeding this. Very noisy, this trommel. Not quite sure why. Not quite sure why. I got no idea why. I'm losing a lot of water out the front door. Wonder why that is. Why is all my water? The idea of this recycling is so I don't lose water, but I'm losing a hell of a lot of water out the front. The water should have fallen out, but it's oh, now I've got issues over there. Alright, relax. Daddy's here. There you go. I need to work out what that's all about. I shouldn't have water coming out the front here. I didn't have it with the other bloke. I wonder why it's doing that. Anyway, I finish off this bucket anyway. Wash out the bucket. A little bit more and done. Yeah, I got way too much water coming out. Like, that means if I'm recirculating the water, I need to save that water. I can't afford to lose it. That means I've got to put it. It'd be better if water didn't come out there. Anyway, let's turn this off. Turn this off. Turn this off. Not a lot of there's not a lot of grass in there, so I can't tell properly until I get the actual material that I'm going to be using. But I'm not happy about this water getting out. How much water? This is a nice glass. Well, there you go, already one glass. One glass and maybe one glass. That's way too much. Anyway, I'll work something out. Or like at the creek it'll be fine, there's heaps of water, but if I'm up on the hill with the tailings and there's no water about, or very little, I can't go wasting it all. Let's see if we caught any gold anyway. For people who like to see gold, there should be very little gold. It's pretty much barren shit I brought home again, as I always do. I can see one visible piece. Okay. So we should have at least one visible piece in there. Garrett Gold Trap. Oh, there's a huge piece in there. Didn't see that one. That must have been hiding somewhere. So people who likes to see gold, you can see this one. Let me get this black stuff out. And that. Check it up. Backwash. Where you going, big boy? Hey. Hey, back up there. Very thin, very, very thin. So there we go. In comparison, that's a good sized piece, huh? Skinny, but it's nice to have a big piece. And then that's the one that I saw in the mat. And 1, 2, 3 fly poops that only I can see. So there's that. So I don't know about what I'll do. I'll take my other trommel as with me, or not. What I was going to look at. The trommel, yeah. So I need to find out why the water thing's happening. I don't know. Anyway, so there's something until the next time I go out, if I can ever get out. Probably be a couple of weeks or so. Okay, Gold Sleuth Fiddler signing out. Over.